My name's HUTCH. I'm 16 and I was originally diagnosed when I was 3 with ALL leukemia.
My name's Fuller Goldsmith. I am 16. I was originally diagnosed with ALL leukemia at age 3.
My first year I went to youth camp, and that was my first ever year coming to Camp Smile Mile, and from that whole week we started to be good friends. We started talking outside of camp, and from that week that just started something that I never thought would happen.
The day we hung out, it was the Iron Bowl in Tuscaloosa, and we went, and I just had this pain in my back, and it was like I couldn't walk, I couldn't do anything. And then the next day we found out that I relapsed.
It was so sad to see him go through that after such a happy moment. And then to get the news, especially when I got back home, that he had relapsed, especially right after I had been with him, that was just, it really did break my heart.
I'm Jared Harrison. This is my wife, Marcy Harrison. We're from Dothan, Alabama.
Our children are, Chandler is 12, Madeline is 7, and Mason is 4.
Our firstborn child, Hannah Grace, was diagnosed with pineoblastoma in 2008. We went through 2.5 years of treatment, but Hannah Grace passed away in 2010.
Every year for Hannah Grace's birthday, we like to celebrate her life and give back to the community. So we were able to get in touch with Kelly and organize a drive last year to do arts and crafts supplies for the inpatient program, and we were able to do gift cards this year for her birthday.
Having organizations like Smile Mile that can connect families and can connect patients and, have summer camps, it really is a blessing even after the fact.
Through Smile Mile's regional program, we can still connect with those families to be there, because we feel like that's what we've been called to do, is to be there for the families. Smile Mile provides that outlet for families to connect, and you have that bond with other people that know what you're going through, that have walked those places, and that's the same for our kids. And hopefully, in the future, that'll be an opportunity for Madeline and Mason to connect with other people that have siblings that they've never met.
My name is Naomi Pitts. I'm 20 years old and I was diagnosed with anaplastic large cell lymphoma when I was 12 years old. I learned about Smile Mile a few months into my treatment, and I was at Children's Hospital, and I think my nurses noticed that I was having a hard time adjusting to life as a cancer patient, being so young and not really having a lot of people to relate to that were going through childhood cancer, and they mentioned a place called Camp Smile Mile. And at first I did not want to go because they told me the first session would be after I had finished chemo, and I knew I wouldn't feel well and I wouldn't want to talk to people, but they encouraged me and my mom encouraged me to go to camp, and I had a blast. It's hard to articulate how it feels to be diagnosed with cancer, because I remember when I was 12 years old, I was not expecting it at all, so I almost didn't know how to feel. I remember thinking that it didn't feel real, like it couldn't be me that had cancer, because you always hear about these types of things happening to other people, but not me. And when you're so young, you feel invincible, and suddenly you have this life-threatening illness that's gonna impact you in a great way. And when I was diagnosed at 20 years old, of course, again, I felt invincible. I had been healthy for 7-8 years. I hadn't had any health issues. I was playing sports. I was athletic. I ate healthy. I did everything right. And suddenly I have this relapse of the same cancer that I already had, trying to turn my life upside down. And it's very depressing. It's very hard, not just for me, but for those around me. And you want to stay strong, but sometimes it can be hard just because you don't know what your life is going to look like after you get that diagnosis. I didn't know what my treatment was going to be. I didn't know how it would make me feel. I didn't know how long I would be on it. So just having to process all of that in such a short amount of time is very difficult.
Smile Mile has given me the opportunity to be around people in a happy setting that have all been through the same thing that I've gone through. And I think that's an important part everybody should have, especially going through something like that we've been through. Without Camp Smile Mile, I know we wouldn't have never met.
There's a lot that needs to be covered, especially when walking down the road to cancer. A lot of those bills are covered by insurance. Some are covered out of pockets, but there's a lot more than medicine that a child needs, and I see Smile a Mile as so much more than anything you could put a dollar on, or a dollar amount on. The smiles that are given at summer camps, the memories that are made there, the friendships that are made, and those go well beyond what any dollar or cent can be put on that. So for what you guys do, it goes above and beyond really anything that we've come in contact with, on our cancer journey.
And I am now 20 years old, and I still talk to them on a regular basis. They reach out to me with opportunities. They provided me with a scholarship. They invite me to basketball games and football games. They do so much for me, even 8 years after I had my initial diagnosis. So you can't outgrow SAM. They grow with you, and they stay with you throughout the duration of your journey through cancer.